beautiful. Welcome to good morning, 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 good morning. Welcome to Morning Magic. It's me, Robin, and hello on the replay. If you're here watching on the replay, it is still now, and your participation is invited. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Michelle. So, did ya bring a cup of yum yum with you today? What have you got? What are you sipping? What do you have? I hope it's something yummy. All right. It's garbage day here. That's so funny. Jeffy's starting to say happy this day for every day. That's good. Happy this day. Happy this day. Good morning, Ellen. I have some yummy coffee in one of my favorite mugs. This is one of my own little mugs. It says, thinking of you. So I could be thinking of myself. I could be thinking of me. I could be thinking of you. I love it. The little owlies. And I'm sipping some what's called Pleasant Morning Buzz from Whole Foods. It's so good. Earl Grey, yes. Yum, yum. I will be moving into the Earl Grey Dominion in about 1 hour. I always like a couple cups of coffee, and then I move into the tea. Yeah. Coffee in a cup equals yum yum. That sounds good, Carrie. The vanilla is so good. All right, so I'm going to raise my cup to you and say, welcome to a beautiful day. This is your beautiful day. This is your beautiful experience today. This is your choice today. This is your light today. This is your everything today. And guess who matters the most today? Any guesses? Any guesses? I'll wait. Meanwhile, I say cheers. It's so good. I had a nice night, a sweet night. Yesterday, that's right. Yay! You matter the most. That's right. A plus, A plus. You matter the most. Had a nice night here, sweet night. Was kind of a strange day yesterday for me, but I kept pressing on. I kept going forward. I had the finger out a lot. You know, telling myself, and I thought it was really fun to just keep saying, I'm on track. I'm all right. I went and looked in the mirror. I had a lot of fun sessions yesterday, so we're kind of telling each other the same thing, you know? Like, look in the mirror and say, you're on track. You're so good. You're so beautiful. You're all right. You're doing good. You got this. You got this going on. You're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. So that was a very good thing. I woke up so happy in my heart. And did you hug yourself? You could hear me upstairs going, yeah. So did you wake up and hug yourself this morning? I know I did. I hugged myself. I said, welcome to Friday. It's a beautiful day because you're in it, Robin. And anything is possible today. And you can choose that. And I said a little prayer for me, for you. I always say a prayer for you. Say a prayer for our family, our friends, for the world. It was so nice. So did you hug yourself today? And then right after that, did you think about what's your word for the day today? You did hug me. That was so fun. I came in the kitchen this morning, and Jeff we always do these goofy things with each other. It's fun, you know, it's fun. Life with Jeff is fun. I'm sure life with me is fun, but I'll let him tell you that. But he was standing like the Statue of Liberty with his reading light up, and he was so cute, so cute. And then he played a recording of me snoring. I don't believe it, but he says, yes, that was me. Pretty intense snoring, I gotta tell you. So it's big digression here. Yeah, good. Hi, Allie. Carrie, I've been hugging before bed and waking up. It's becoming a lovely ritual. That's right. And you really, you do feel the presence, don't you? The presence of your inner light and your spirit. And it's an amazing process of like, there is someone with me. It's just me talking to me. But is it? We don't know. Yeah. Release. That's great. That's a great word. I am going to I'm still thinking about my word today, but I am going with easy. There you go. Easy. Easy. Self is a great word. Jeff found the emoji button. I knew you'd get there, honey. You're a late bloomer, but I love that about you. My word is plan, as in there is one for me, and it is easeful. Oh, definitely, my sister. That's beautiful. Caitlin, my word is fun. Yeah, that sounds great, especially as the weekend is here, you know? Yes, it's me and I. Yeah, that's right. So, notes. Liberation. That's beautiful. And I vote yes. I love that word so much. You know what? Can I have your word too? I'm going to trade my word for your word. Is that okay? I say liberation. That's going to be my word too. I hope that's okay. My word is gentle. Anna, that's beautiful. Be so gentle. Be so gentle. I'm going to start our message today. Beautiful message today. Starts with, what is the hurry? What is the hurry? This morning I was sitting, having some coffee, and looking out the window, admiring the nature. And thank you, Melanie. Just appreciating. And I noticed so many things being rushed. The squirrels were chasing and fighting over the feeder. And then the guy the one who got to the feeder first, he couldn't even eat because he was so busy fighting everybody off. You know, he was in such a rush to get there, but then he wasn't enjoying the meal. And then one car came by so fast. Remember this, Jeff? It was so fast. It blew right through the stop sign. We live on a big lot, but we're on a corner. So there's a stop sign here. And people sometimes just drive right through. And it's a little scary to watch, you know, like 40 miles an hour. It's a 25-mile-an-hour zone. But it happened once, and I heard it. What's the hurry? It wasn't me. It wasn't Jeff. You know, it's that inner voice you have. What's the hurry? And then, yes, let me just put the fan on. Thank you. And then the next car came and did the same dang thing. What's the hurry? What's the hurry? And so I made a few little notes about that. You know that saying, the destination is the journey? The destination is the journey. That saying used to drive me crazy. But the point is, every day is a beautiful day. It's like Jeff is saying now, it's this day. It's now. Nothing else really matters. We're here. And wow, I wonder if we have a real lag today. That's, okay. I hope you guys can hear me just fine. Would somebody hit the hearts or something, send up one of those things so I know? I just saw a comment from Carrie that's like, oh, and Josie too. Your word is flow. Yes, okay. Flow. Okay, good. Flow. The internet is flowing. And what's the hurry? There is no hurry, Robin. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. That's great. I hear. Good. My word is potent. That's beautiful. So it's now. Thank you, friends. Got it. It's now. What is our hurry? The ego loves to be upset. You know, your ego loves to be upset. It loves to have little things to fritter on, to process and think about and identify new things for you to strive towards and be upset about. So it's the one that's telling you, hurry, you're not there, it's too late, you missed out, you know. It's the one saying, it's so sad, today's the last day, it's so sad. Every day is a beautiful day. Every day we're alive is a beautiful day. We're choosing that. And if we listen, the big you, that's the universe, is telling us so. It's showing us signs. It's saying, you're great. Sometimes we get messages saying, you're great. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you ask for a sign and you get 20 times the sign you asked for. Sometimes I wake up and I say, I don't know if I'm making a difference. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere. I don't know if somebody really wants to hear from me again today on this live, you know? The voice is just there. I don't need to go to therapy for that, by the way. It's just to practice. It's just to practice and to keep in a constant dialogue with spirit, if you like that, with God, with the energy that supports you and loves you, you know? To offer these things over and say, I'm really, sometimes I'm struggling, sometimes I'm you know, I'm worrying, I'm this and that, please help me. And you'll get a sign. You'll get a message. You'll get a letter. You'll get I don't know what, but you know this has happened, right? So then the job you have is to take it in and make it count. Take it in and make it count. Can you relate to that? Because I think it's easy to skip over those things. When you get somebody says, I love that, or thank you, or I was thinking of you today, you know, connect the dots. You asked, the universe answered. Are you receiving? Are you receiving? So let me catch up here. I hear, and let me get my Elvis scarf. Yeah. Oh, good. We all trade words today. Yeah. Time will be your forever word, literally. Yeah. Laudable. That's beautiful. It doesn't have to be infuriating and sad. I mean, I get that that's the beginning point, Roshni, you know, when somebody tells you that, but you are the chooser, aren't you? And you matter the most, so your opinion counts the most. I was talking to a friend of mine from school, healing school. This is going back 20 years, not too long ago, and this is not about you. This is, I'm just making this related thread, okay? But I could tell she was still really hung up on what some of the teachers had said to her all the way back. And I just thought, no, I'm not perfect. I do that too. But I just thought, isn't that interesting? And that feels a bit sad to me, to carry that for 20 plus years and still feel held back, still feel angry about that. But at some point, you got to ask yourself the question, why am I still upset? Why am I still carrying that charge? Why am I still fueling my day with these pissed off thoughts? You know, why am I doing that to myself? You know, it's just a question, but it's like, there's so many other ways you would never do that to. Would you punch yourself in the face 80 times? No. Would you intentionally run yourself over with something very heavy? No. But there we are with the ego thoughts unchecked. And, you know, no, you matter so much. You matter so much, and your opinion counts the most. And may we be liberated today. May we be emancipated today. That's right. connecting with Source is everything, Roshni. It's really always a dialogue between you and Source. And when we're lost in the upset, we've edged God out. That's what Wayne Dyer would always call it, ego, edging God out. That's nice to see a deer, to get your signs. Yeah, you relate. That's so good. Jeffy? It gets so tiresome. Yeah. It does get tiresome listening to those thoughts. I'm a stinker, you know. I crack myself up though when I'm upset too, and that's a good thing, to put on something funny and get yourself through it again. So the point today is, what is the hurry, people? You're here. Look at you. Look how amazing. Look at you. How beautiful you are. How gorgeous you are inside and out. How sparkling your light is. How beautiful you are. If you only knew the way God sees you, you know, if you really got it. Wow. And you're here now. And we're together. And it's good morning. It's a beautiful day, full of potential and possibility. It's a beautiful afternoon. How are we helping ourselves step through? How are we helping ourselves go beyond? And is it okay just to enjoy your moments without always needing to make progress? Striving, you know? Our posse, we're such a varied crew, aren't we? We have different outlets for our ego upsets. Some of us worry about too much self-care. Some of us worry about not enough self-care. Some of us judge, you know, whether we got our work done or not, whether we're getting anywhere or not. Some of us started businesses that got shut down right before the, you know, right as the everybody's walking their walk on their way. And it's such a good thing to remember that you're not the only one who struggles. You're not the only one who is worrying or wondering. And maybe that could be comforting. That's the flip side of this whole thing, is maybe that could be comforting. Maybe there's some comfort to be found in the upset too. For example, I have told this a lot everywhere, but you know, there was a time when I tried really, really hard to become a much bigger platform or whatever. I don't know what we call that. Like, let's say to become somebody people know. And I worked really, really hard. And it was so against my nature, you guys. It was so against my nature. And one day I was watching Lord of the Rings, as where all your good spiritual teachings come from, Lord of the Rings. And Galadriel had said, I passed the test. Like Frodo says, if you ask for it, I'll give it to you. Or, you know it. Some of you know it better than me. I'll give it to you. And she said, you offer me this ring freely? And she goes to touch it, and she goes into this really big, you know, instead of you'd have a dark queen, and it would ruin me. This ring would ruin me. And so she backs off, and she says, I've passed the test. I've passed the test. I will diminish into the west, go into the west, and remain Galadriel. And the point of that back to me was, you can let it go. You can be liberated. That's not your path. And you tried really hard because you thought it was. Hello! You thought it was. But it wasn't. Your path is this thing. Your path is this healing journey, but it's not that journey. So surrender it to me, you know? It's scary to surrender things to Spirit. It is for me. we carry our story of badness from childhood with us when we go into these surrender moments, and we're like, somebody's going to take my legs off in an accident if I surrender to God. You know, you just have these disaster fears, but really, you're so loved. And if you can say, I surrender all. I love that song, I Surrender All, by the way. I surrender it. And I'm going to remain Galadriel. I'm going to remain Robin. Just my version of Robin. And then you can practice. I hope this is helpful to you today. Then you can practice seeing all the beautiful reasons why you are who you are, and it is how it is. I'm going to just catch up here. Yeah. Jeffy, what you said there, man, I have seen such a beautiful transformation in what was already amazing in you. It's very exciting. So, you know, it's very cool to notice these things that we struggle with. I hope you've seen one in me as well, because if anybody knows that story, it's Jeff. He listens to it and we talk about it, you know, this desire to be someone. Let's call it that, to be someone. Well, you already are someone. I already am someone. And we're already here together. We're already doing the thing all of us keep thinking we're still going for. It's here now. Can we receive? Isn't it powerful when you really sit with that? Yeah. I can't say that word. She eschewed the promise of power in exchange for being herself. And, you know, personally, I think that's hard. I think that's hard. I think that's hard as we're going along. We're on Instagram and we're seeing people doing other things, and it makes us feel something about ourselves. But in every moment, you can turn around. What's going on, kid? You can be scrolling the feed and getting maybe some feelings are starting for you, and you can say, what's going on? Put the finger out. What's going on? What's your hurry? Are you enjoying this day? Or are you just on standby? Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. You know, are you enjoying this day for you? So, it's really an important message today. I hope it's getting through. Yeah, thank you. So I'd love to do a little healing today. Yeah, being ourselves is its own beautiful power. Well said. And one of the hardest ones to wield, don't you think? I mean, for all the reasons I said, and you guys have your own, and yeah. No other that makes me cry. It's so good. It's so good to be honest and share about these things that I can get down on myself. I am, thanks, Melanie. As if my face isn't red enough today. But yeah, it's just, you can get so down on yourself. And the point is that you've been asking for a sign, you're getting signs, and those are the moments. It's like so courageous to pull yourself off the ledge of the cliff and say, I know who I am. This is Paul Selig, right? I know who I am. I know what I am. I'm a child of God, a spark of the divine, sacred journeyer in this life. And I know how I serve. And the way I serve is just what, here come our ducks, you guys, is what Tanya said. Being ourselves has a power. And what Melanie said, no other Galadriel, one of a kind. You gotta know this about yourself. You gotta love this about yourself. You gotta embrace this about yourself. And then you see that even your problems, air quotes around that, the ducks are swimming in a little pond behind you right now. You know, if we can't be here now, we're going to miss the ducks. we're going to miss the beauty. We're going to miss all of this. So, I forgot what I was saying there. I'm sorry. But as we turn around, we see the beauty. We have to remember, look for the signs that we asked for. They're there. Yesterday, I got some really beautiful messages from people that, like, literally said the words I had been kind of struggling with. And they came and said the exact thing I was worried about in the affirmative to me. And so you come right to that moment. It's like, are you going to take it in or not? If you ask for a sign of butterflies, and you not only get butterflies, but you get multicolor butterflies with a whole flower garden with it, and it's so spectacular. Are you going to take that in or not? It takes great courage to release what we've been carrying in our upset and say, yep, say, this is, I'm being told right now, all is well. Am I going to keep holding this puny thing? And I don't mean our problems are insignificant. I'm just saying, you know, when you think about the mighty of God. Yeah. Yeah, I love that, what Melanie's saying. And even Paul, after all this time, he will say, I struggle. And the guides are always telling him, step aside, step aside, step aside. So, you know, it's a good message. Good morning. When you've arrived, when you think you need to arrive, you're still going to be all you. And maybe you see that your wobbles. Look at what Melanie is adoring about somebody who is a teacher for us. It's his vulnerable, questioning nature. Maybe that's what we love about each other, is the real, the truth. It's not all bad, right? So, got my eye on the time. I've got a session in 10 minutes, but I'm all set up. And you know I love to just flit about the house like a swan, gliding from room to room, doing my excellent things, doing my exquisite work, doing my beautiful work, receiving, enjoying, playing. Now, if the healing is not for you today, just go like this. And you haven't missed out. If you want to take it in later, just ask. Yeah, so this healing is going right to that source of ego in the body. It does live in the body for Robin, the way I see ego. So it's going right to the source. And you'll notice it too on a particular day when maybe you're having sinus headache or a knee pain or a hip pain or a shoulder. For 10 years I had a shoulder thing. 10 years I had a shoulder thing going on. And when I would feel these feelings I've been sharing with you today, my vulnerable feelings, sharing with you here, the shoulder would be so painful. I would ice it, I would soak it. Nothing really helped because, you know, I wasn't doing that inner, deeper work. That's when things changed for me. I stopped playing small on my own journey in that way and decided to be free. Yeah, I love our vulnerability. Our vulnerability is so different than a bitch fest together, getting on the phone and saying, you know, complaining, or it's so bad, it's so bad. You can feel the difference. You know, somebody being vulnerable, like how I'm experiencing myself in this moment anyway, because I can't see your face in this moment. It's uplifting, it's opening, it's warming, it's inspiring, it's illuminating. It's, you know, it doesn't take away. It adds, it blesses. Yeah. So this is going right to the heart of the ego in the body. Plus the master gland. A little immune boost for us today. Aren't we so blessed? And I wanted to say I loved our time so much yesterday, and I couldn't believe the video did not download, so it would not upload, so the replay wasn't there, and I was upset about that for a little while. And I really had to sit with that because I was judging myself for being upset. And the guidance that I was getting about that is it was just for us. The right message for the right ones who needed to hear that day. So if you weren't there yesterday and you didn't see the replay, that's because you didn't need that medicine on that day, you know? Things are always working out for you. You're always in the flow of love. You're always being cared for and adored. Will you take that in today? Will you take that in today? You know, back to Melanie and I talking about Paul Selig, who we love. The teachings are so good there. I realized last night that everything I really, really, really like is channeled, is guided, is somehow, even what I do, I'm really sitting and for years now asking. It's not just my idea, except that period where I was trying to get somewhere, you know, with my platform. The message is so easy to receive. It feels healing to listen to. Or the Seth, remember the Seth materials? Here comes a big ass car parade, you guys. I'm noticing traffic is returning. There are more planes in the sky again. It's a little weird, according to me. I'm not sure how I feel about it really, but I liked the quiet. So, the channeled materials for me, Seth. I never knew much of Casey's work. I never really felt super drawn to that. Didn't really resonate for me. But I love the work of Paul, and being a Course in Miracles studier, teacher, practitioner, or whatever we call ourselves, I often feel he's the next, what's coming through him is the next iteration of the Course. Are you feeling the love, honey? I love you so much, Steffi. I love you all, you know. Sometimes I wish I could really adequately show you when I'm sitting with you, or I'm looking at you, or I'm listening to you, or I'm thinking about you, I'm reading something you posted, or we're connecting somewhere. I wish I could explain it. But it's that thing we all need to step into for ourselves. Just the awe I feel, the awe I feel. Thank you, honey. And you, I mean, just that picture of you and your boys is so powerful to me. Just loving what you love. And I hope you love Monday's podcast. I'm all done, by the way. I'm all edited and everything. I just need to post it and write up the little show note thing. I'm so proud of myself for not letting it be so hard that I have to work all weekend on it. I'm so proud of myself. It's definitely a labor of love. There's just no way around it. But now it's on my terms. It feels good. So Monday's episode is about letting things be good, enjoying it, letting it be easy, and why we don't prioritize that. You know, before the pandemic, the love apocalypse, we prioritized lesser things too. And now that we're in this time, the guilt, you know, is really intense for some of us. So no, we're going to practice. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. I need to hear that, you guys. Anytime you think it, you should write me. You could be my next guidance. Yeah. And Josie, I know you said you needed to hear that today. For everyone who needed to hear that today, I just want to say you're doing a good job. And it's okay to struggle. I was talking to a friend, texting with a friend late. For me, it was late last night, and painting along, and I just said, I've been really down on myself today, you know? But I've been working it, you know? I know what's going on there, and it's still asserting itself, but I'm working it, you know? Have the finger out. I was listening to music, painting. Melanie here has some great watercolor classes, and I've been receiving those for my Robbie fun time. All right, you guys, I gotta go. It's time. May you have a blessed, beautiful day. May you be at peace today. May the joy be in your heart today. Yeah. Love you. See you in the morning. Beautiful day.